Bike commuting to work. Could there be anything better? Bike blogger here, on my way to work. Topic of the day. Tell me about your first bike commute. I'll try to remember mine. Depending on how long ago it was, you might have had a bike commute, started bike commuting years ago. Kind of like me. Started a few years ago. I don't fully remember my first bike commute. But, do you remember the route you took? Do you remember the bike you used? Let me know in the comment section below. Woo. I do remember it was a GMC Denali. I do not have that bike anymore, but there are videos about that bike. It was a, at least at the time, it was a budget bike. I guess like a starter bike. Now I basically ride my, I'm fortunate enough to ride my nice bike on most days. I used to have really just a typical utilitarian commuter bike I used, and then I had, like, you know, a nicer bike for you know, recreational cycling. But now I pretty much just use all my bikes almost any time of day, really. I don't try to worry about it too much. Of course, if the weather's really bad outside, you know, I don't want to be, you know, if it's all icy or something, you know, I mean, I don't want to really be riding a bike that is, you know, not meant for, you know, the snow or whatever. But generally I will ride my nice bike most days. But anyway, my first bike commute, it was, I think, really what my commute has been for years now, and is maybe a 4-mile commute one way, or each way, I guess. And I think I took the major roads into work. You know, I wasn't, because nowadays I just kind of cross all major roads if I can, and, you know, wander my way around through residential roads, or roads that generally have speed limits of 25 miles per hour or less. I think this road actually has a speed limit of 30 miles an hour, though. I don't know. It's okay, it's all downhill. But let's see, I don't think I had any sort of a bike bag or anything when I first started bicycle commuting. I think I just pretty much just shoved everything into my pockets, which is not ideal. Do we want to wait for this? Not really. Not really. Oh, what are you doing? Cutting across the parking lot. What do you think you're doing? Watch out for the storm grate. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, I don't even really remember my first bike commute. So maybe some of you do. Maybe it was very memorable. Maybe you got honked at or something. And fortunately, I didn't have any bad experience. I mean, if I had a really bad experience, I probably would have remembered it, unfortunately. But I didn't, so that's a good thing. I must say, though, when I first started bike commuting, like regularly out, I guess I should say, you know, I had already done a lot of the research, you know, on how to behave on the road. Basically, you know, follow the same rules that the cars follow. But you know, there are you know, little things you got to remember when riding a bicycle, because you got to be visible. Let's get on the trail here, or not. There we go. This is the, I don't know if they call this the River de Pere Trail or Greenway or whatever. You can see it's a oversized sidewalk. It's approximately, I think it's approximately 8 feet wide, which is kind of the minimum recommended width for two-way bicycle traffic. Still in pretty good shape, which is nice. But when I started commuting by bike, I did not have any sort of trail system like this. Things have certainly been built up since then. Of course, my commute has changed over time, going to work by bike. So, we'll roll our way down this trail a little bit longer, and then we gotta get to work. Of course, I picked a really warm day to do a video. It's 92 Fahrenheit, and pretty dang humid outside here. Alright. Oh, it's nice to see those trees are getting bigger. What are you doing, guy? You're speeding. The little speed limit sign's like, slow down. Okie dokie. First bike commute. Yeah, let's see. Like I said, I think my first bike commute was fairly uneventful. I think I started bike commuting in 2013, but I didn't start regularly doing it until 2014. So really it wasn't until pretty much this channel began in October 2014 that I started really bike commuting regularly, I think. And really it was this bike I'm riding right now was the bike I began riding with like almost 5 years ago. I've tried to take care of it, and it's done real well, despite the fact that, well, you know, it got smashed by a car a little over a year ago, so I had to swap out the frame. But it's essentially the same bike though, so I'm really happy about that. Swap the parts over, and we're still going strong. Still riding along on the bike commute to work today. Woo. Oh. Alright, we're gonna go under the bridge here. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Not too shabby. Not too bad. Woo. So about a couple years ago, I used to go this way to work, in the opposite direction. And that was before they had this big sidewalk here. I keep calling it a sidewalk. It is a greenway, you know. It just looks like a big sidewalk because it's not asphalt, it's concrete panels. Whew. There's no lines, you know, saying, you know, right side, left side, or anything like that. Up the hill. So yeah, what happened along here is this used to be a 2-lane in both directions road to the left, and they put it on a road diet, shrunk it down to 1 lane, 1 narrow lane. So the hope or the intention of that is to slow traffic down. I think it does help. I think it does help. But oh, my first bike commute. Like I said, I think I didn't overthink it really. I mean, there weren't really any bike commuter videos to watch on YouTube to talk about this stuff back then, and so I just hopped on my only bike, threw all my stuff in my pants pockets, and took off down Main Street, basically. And it worked out fine. It was just, you know, it was a little, I did feel a little uncomfortable because I hadn't really done it before. I would recommend doing it with somebody else who has more experience, or just anyone else really on a bike. You know, and just maybe do a practice day on Sunday or something, riding into work, see what it's like, get a handle on the route. You'll get a real handle on the traffic come Monday morning, but you know, practice makes perfect. You know, use mirrors. Go this way. Use mirrors, use bike lights, use common sense. Ride your bike in a straight line. Do not ride your bike in the gutter, because that's how you will get a flat tire. Going past the Metrolink to the left there, it's a light rail system in St. Louis, Missouri. Has become less popular in recent years, which I attribute most to, actually, sadly, the economy getting better and people being able to afford gasoline and automobiles again. So they're just not even bothering to take the Metrolink anymore. I have no data to back that up. That's just a guess on my part. That's basically the economy that's affecting ridership, but it could be wrong. People who don't believe in public transportation will blame it on, you know, security or things of that nature. Woo-wee. It is warm out here. It is warm out here. So, where is BikeBlogger going? Does BikeBlogger know where he's going? I'll make a right down here. Take St. bicycle commute was Brentwood, Missouri to Maplewood, Missouri. And if you at all know the St. Louis area, you'd know that is like, can I go this way? I don't think it said no outlet. Let's see. You'll know that Brentwood to Maplewood's real easy. So it was a good first experience going, let's see, can we get out here? Going just, 4 miles to work. There's not really any bicycle infrastructure. There are some trails around the city of Brentwood, Missouri, which are really nice. Neighborhood trails, but they don't go anywhere. So it's not really a bicycle network. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. Woo. This is the Shrewsbury Family Aquatic Center. Oh, here we go. Good. We can get out over here. There's a community pool, swimming pool in there. Nobody's swimming though. Everyone's at school right now. Alright. It is a warm one today. Going past the Shrewsbury Police Department to the left. I think that's the police department at least. Oh, fire department, okay. I think the police department's nearby though. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let's stop on the go. Woo. Alright, here we go. Up the hill. Across Interstate 44. Woo. Bike commuting to work. Could there be anything better? There's the train. There's the train. Woo. Going past Spire to the right, that's a gas company, natural gas. It used to be LaClete gas. No more though. So, what I like to do is ride my bike generally in the center of the lane or just offset from the center a little bit. But this lane is only, I'm gonna guess 10 feet wide. Unless the lane's 14 to 16 feet wide, I would not try to share it with traffic. You're just gonna get squeezed out. Because you gotta figure there's a couple feet of the gutter you don't want to ride in. So that leaves you with 8 feet. And many cars are not much narrower than that. We're on Big Bend Boulevard right now. We're in Maplewood now, I believe. Take the off ramp here. On our way to work today. On our way to work today. And all sweaty. All sweaty. All sweaty. Woo. Share the road. Woo. So yeah, let me know in the comments section below your first bike commute. What was your first bike commute? you remember any lessons? Any mistakes you might have made? Or was it just kind of unmemorable like mine? I mean, obviously, I know I felt great, you know, after, but yeah, I just don't. Unfortunately, I just can't really elaborate because I don't really remember. Woo. Which is why I just kind of think of my first bike commute as my first video on the BikeBlogger channel. I think it was like bike commuting to work and cycling sandals. Cycling sandals. Woo-woo. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Still watching. Gold medal for you. Woo.